We're on the Eastern Bay, and it's ever-changing. Although there's water in front, the scene is ever-changing, never the same. It is uniquely a place that sort of steps back in time. We don't propose to be modern, and it's just a unique place. It's kind of hard to describe, but there's just peaceful and away from it all. It's a place where people relax, recoup. So to watch that transition, it's pretty amazing.
Oh, this place is unbelievable. You drive in and just the sight of the water puts you in another world. It's wonderful.
What brought us is location, right here on the point by the water, by the river, and it's an idyllic spot. It's so relaxing here. Just wonderful.
This is our destination. Where when you want to relax and unwind and just sort of get quiet, I find this to be a perfect environment.
It's just a nice an old building, which is just wonderful.
And the porches.
Yeah, the porches are great.
The porches are great. There's a porch for every day, every moment of the day to go to have like the best experience.
The house was originally built in 1819 by Thomas Kemp. He built the house for his family, and he is also the same person who built the sailing ship, the Pride of Baltimore. In 1890, the house was still owned by the Kemp family and became an inn at that point in time when the summer wing was added on. And that's a 3-story wing, and that's where breakfast is served each morning between 8 and 10.
I'm making an egg strata. Fresh baked muffins, fresh fruit, French rolls, orange juice, coffee. It's been not changed since I've been here in 16 years. Most of the people that I've talked to really love the view more than anything. And the quiet, it's nice and quiet.
Any time of the day when you're out in the backyard, you can catch the sun reflecting off of the water, and it's just peaceful and quiet and very comforting. A wedding on this property is something to behold. It's like a fairy tale. When we get everything set up out here, the tent, the bride just glows, and it's just fantastic.
It was so emotional to see everybody that you loved in this beautiful setting, but at the same time, it was relaxing. So I don't know how to describe that. Peaceful, I guess. To one side of us, we had this gorgeous gray bay, and the water was really rough, and the boat's going by, and then you turn around and you see all the people that you know and love.
We actually looked for probably 12 months for somewhere to have the wedding. We really took our time with it. And Wades Point was the first place that we looked at. And we looked at a number of other places, and we just kept coming back.
I've seen people, my girlfriends, get married, and they're all just incredibly anxious, and not there. It was the most relaxing day. One of the best things about Wades Point is that it comes with Barbara.
Good morning, Wades Point Inn. How can I help you?
She is your wedding coordinator. It's all inclusive. It comes with her. She'll give you lists of florists. She'll make phone calls for you. She'll make arrangements. Whatever you need her to do, she'll do.
It's a great location. It's on the water. It's wide open. We could bring a lot of family together in one place for the entire weekend, and they could not be disturbed by anybody else. And that really was what drew us to that location.
When we have a weekend wedding here, the entire property is filled. We have 26 rooms, and at that point in time it becomes a family reunion as well as wedding ceremony taking place. The house itself is just majestic. It has a very stately feel to it. It sits on the bay very proudly and says, "Here I am, world." I have to take you upstairs and show you the lookout room. This is what makes the lookout room the lookout room. It was built by Thomas Kemp so that he could go up in his little tower and look out and see the ships on the water. That he wanted to watch for his own ships to come by and make sure everything was cool out there. The Mildred T. Kemp Guest House is the newest building on property. It was built 16 years ago and honors the lady who was the last innkeeper who retired at 92 years of age. The Country Farmhouse is yet another venue on property, and it has its own charm. It's more rustic. It has 5 rooms, and it houses up to 13 people. And sometimes when we have weddings, a whole family will go in there.
The whole property is open to guests, and it's a time for the guests and the family to be together. We have kayaks. They're welcome to use them, swimming in the bay.
When you start wandering the nature trail, you don't want to stop. You just want to keep going and see what's coming up next. Just all kinds of flora and fauna out there, and you'll also see a pond where there's lots and lots of wildlife.
It's wonderful just to be out by the water and just to enjoy the vista, the broad views. Why Wedding, I think it's a wonderful place. It's relaxing, away from it all. There are not distractions here. It's just country and beautiful.
The house itself, the hospitality, and the feeling that you have in there is incredibly unpretentious and peaceful. It's just spectacular, and it's like you've gone back in time. It's someplace, it's really special.